It's about that time of day again. Welcome to your nightly newsletter, boys and girls. Joseph James here. Wednesday evening, May 6th, 2015. In tonight's newsletter, crude oil is bearish this evening, but sellers, you bears out there on the black gold, you need to be careful. Get to it quickly because we're getting back to the bull channel lows and we're going to be looking for buying opportunities very, very soon. Yeah, the same channel lows that sent this whole thing through the roof earlier this week. How about the gold? Gold is trading right at the lows of a bull channel. Gold right at the lows of a bull channel this evening, which means we'll be looking for buying opportunities tomorrow. But on the yellow metal, there's a potential measured move. We may have to take it a little bit lower before it goes higher. Bulls, you're going to want to see this if you're trading gold tomorrow. How about the euro? Euro is bullish inside a beautiful channel this evening. We're definitely looking for buying opportunities tomorrow on the euro, but we have some huge clues, some measured moves, some undershoots. We even have a gap or two giving us clues that we may have to stay patient. Stick around for that. Crude, gold, euro, we have a jam-packed newsletter in store for you guys this evening. Before we grab our charts, though, please remember, I teach all of our students here at schooloftrade.com how to do all of this great stuff. Teach them how to use the charts, how to profit from all of these levels. Come out and see us sometime on a free pass. Also, make sure you're watching our video right now on our trading blog over here at sidewaysmarkets.com. There are 3 reasons why you should be watching this video on our trading blog today. First of all, you can download all of my charts by following that link right below the video. Second of all, I have a free pass for you. I would like to invite you out to join our live trade room as a guest. If you're not a member of School of Trade and you'd like to be a part of our trade room, see how all of this is done, what it feels to be a member, grab your free pass, upper left-hand corner, and lower left-hand corner, right above my ugly mug. You'll see a spot for your name and your email address if you'd like to join our nightly newsletter mailing list. Monday through Thursday evening, just around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll send you an email letting you know the newsletter is ready to be viewed for that evening. So 3 reasons why. Make sure you're watching the video over at sidewaysmarkets.com. Download those charts. Grab your free pass as a guest in our live trade room. And of course, don't forget our nightly newsletter mailing list. If you grab the free pass or you register for the mailing list, make sure you check your inbox. I'm going to send you a verification email to make sure I have your approval to keep sending you emails in the future. So find the email I send you guys. Ready to rock and roll? I hope you said yes. Let's rock and roll here. We'll start with the Euro futures, the 6E contract here. I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say we're just a little bit bullish. This is the same move that we called less than 48 hours ago, right? Remember when I said in my last newsletter, don't count out those bulls yet? Well, apparently the bulls were listening in. Euro is bullish this evening. We definitely nailed this one on Monday evening. And by the way, if you were wondering if I was out indulging in the Cinco de Mayo festivities last night, I wish I was. Came down with a little bit of a 24-hour bug. Not sure what got in my system, but about 18 hours of sleep and kicked that thing right out. Lemon juice, water, and lots of sleep. That'll kick about anything out of your system. I can vouch for that. Anyways, back here, though, this evening. I apologize for not being here. I missed you guys last night. I hope you missed me, too. Euro bullish this evening. We're trading inside a bull channel, and we have this little tiny short-term trading range here. Right, little tiny trading range. Okay, so here's what we've got to work with. Buyers, you guys are looking for opportunities right now. Check out all of these support levels here that we have to work with for all you bulls out there right now. We have a gap. We actually have 2 gaps on this chart. Oh, a gap? I know. They don't happen very often. There's one right there too. Yep, there's a gap right there too. No gap right there. A gap is where candlesticks do not overlap. It's not the typical type of gap that you may think of, right, where you see that big gap on the chart. But basically, you can see for yourself, you can load up your own charts, you can see here, we have a couple gaps here. So you got gap support, very, very easy to see there. Keep an eye on those levels. Those will make for some great buying opportunities if we can get this price to pull back. Also, additional buying opportunities here. We have a trading range. Take that trading range, copy and paste. That gives us our range expansion support levels. Very easy to see that. So boy, a lot of great levels here of support on the way down. In addition to those gap support, range expansion support levels, we also have what we call reversal lines. These are prior areas of resistance that have turned around into levels of support. Okay, so keep an eye on all of these levels of support. So as this price goes lower here, and I'll explain to you why I think it will go lower in a second. As it goes lower here, professionals will be looking for the sellers to try twice and fail, right? That'll give them the clue to be looking for the bull side. Or you can wait for the turn and then buy those dips, right, on our way higher. If we do go lower and then back up, I'm looking for targets at the highs and the lows of the trading range, targets at the range expansion resistance. Now, why do I think price may go lower here before we go higher? Well, it has to do with this channel you can see right here. This little Chanel we see right here, this little guy, don't underestimate the power of this little channel. Because typically what's going to happen is when we break that channel, those sellers are going to try one more time to get this price to go lower. So we should definitely be expecting another attempt, and then we'll be looking for those bulls to come back in. So short-term sellers, be careful. It's really difficult for me to tell you to get short here. Very, very difficult because you've got lots of reasons to be a bull. Not only is the long-term trend bullish, not only have we seen recently a new higher high, but of course, again, we know we have trend line support, gap support, range expansion support. I mean, there's a lot of support levels down here. So if you're going to be a seller, get to it quickly here on the euro. And then as we go higher, where might we be going higher to? Well, you get a measured move, right? That measured move. Now, this is a coincidence. I don't know if coincidence happened in the financial markets, but might be a coincidence here. We have a measured move. And, of course, also, too, take this trading range, this cute little trading range, copy and paste it, right? Range expansions. That puts us right there at the 1409 level. So there you have a great target waiting for you guys. Obviously, use the high of the channel as the target. Keep buying the lows of the channel. Keep selling the highs of the channel. Unless you're, of course, I'm not talking about short selling the highs. Take your profit at the highs. Right now, I think the bulls, you guys have clear control right now of the price action in this chart. How about the rest of these? Shall we keep going? I've got more. Gold here. Gold, the yellow metal, long-term bullish, short-term bearish as we trade at the lows of the bull channel. Now, buyers are going to be looking for trading opportunities at these lows. We also have a measured move support level below us, A, B, C, D. So we do have one more shot at another leg down, and that's pretty much all you sellers can be banking on right now. That's pretty much all we can work with right now is that measured move support level. So sellers, very much like the euro, very challenging area to be a seller right now. So be careful trying to get short down to those measured move targets. But that's where I'd be heading to if I was a seller right now. If you're a bear, I would definitely be looking for that measured move support, 84.9. And you can also see that this would complete the rotation down to that channel low, right? That would complete the rotation down to that channel low. So you can see this kind of short-term bear channel. All eyes are on that measured move. So sellers, get at it fast because you don't have much time here. Again, it's very difficult for me to give you guidance telling you to be a seller right now, but I'm sure there are some bears out there on gold. And if you are a bear, you've got your shot here ultimately down to 84.9, but I mean, you got trend line support, midline support, you've got trigger zone support, measured move support. That's pretty much as far as I'd expect this thing to go because you've got this channel low waiting for you. Unless we get a monster overshoot of that channel low, I just don't see us getting much further than this 84 area on the gold. And then you know there are going to be some buyers coming in to buy that sucker. If we do go higher here, we're ready to go, buying pullbacks. I've got some targets waiting for you guys overhead. If you're a seller, again, you know, this is where you'd probably get a better opportunity to get short. Again, very difficult for me to recommend being a seller right now. I would stay away from the sell side here until we get at least more proof that these sellers mean business. But again, buyers, if we go lower, you know what we're waiting for, right? We're looking at that measured move support to turn around. If we go higher, you know what we're waiting for. We got targets overhead, and then, I don't know, a little bird told me we might just want to use that 1200 as a target. They barely missed on that earlier on this week, as we talked about that earlier on Monday's newsletter. So bulls, you guys are in control right now on the yellow metal. Bears, be careful out there. Same reasons as I talked about on the euro right now. And shall we wrap it up? One of my favorite futures markets, the crude oil futures, the black gold, the Texas T, the CL contract, crude oil, short-term bearish, very similar to what we've seen so far on the rest of these charts here today. Short-term bearish, long-term bullish as we make our way back to those major channel lows. Yeah, remember this area on Monday? Yeah, we talked about this area on Monday. What did we talk about? We said, send it higher after those channel highs. That's exactly what we got here. There's got a couple big clues in this chart, though, before we go any wrapping up the session here tonight. First of all, we know we're bullish. We know the wise traders out there continue to look for buying opportunities down around these lows. But, hold on. We get a major channel overshoot. I mean, this channel got beat up at these highs. Tried once, tried twice. I mean, literally the third time it finally smoked right on through. There's really no better way to draw this channel. I tried to look at it a few different ways. Even if you drew it up from here, you really didn't get much out of it there. So we are left with just really a very dramatic overshoot of that high. Now, typically when a market makes an overshoot like that, typically you're going to get some overcorrection to the opposite side. Here's another one of those coincidences. 59.50 is my projected. Now, this is projected because it all depends on where we get to these lows. If we break the lows right now, then we're good to go for that overshoot. If we happen to take some time and break it down here, then we have a little bit different look to it. So this may take an adjustment or two tomorrow morning. I'll be here with you guys in the trade room tomorrow, obviously, and we'll take a look at this together. But the reality, though, is that where that price tests that low is going to determine what level that overshoot support is. Either way you slice it, though, another clue here is look at the measured moves we have here. This is what tells me you sellers have a shot here going into the early part of tomorrow's session. As you can see, the larger measured move right there, same thing we saw earlier, right, on that euro. Kind of a double whammy here. 59.50 in this case is what you would consider to be major support at this point. 59.50 area there, right, for that measured move. And of course, at the same time, you have a smaller measured move that also puts us right at these lows. So here's what we're looking for tomorrow. Again, sellers, you really got your work cut out for you, but you got to get to it quick. You really got to get to it quick, because once we get down to this 60 half area, once we're down to this 60, what do you want to call this? We'll call this 60, what's this crosshair tell me here? 60 and a quarter, right? 60.3, 60.2. Once you get around these pots down here, you're going to really start getting some trouble from those buyers. Even if they're wrong, even if it does start to push lower into that overshoot, it's still going to give you a fight here. What I'll be looking for tomorrow, though, is this is one of those examples where this overshoot, again, if you're a seller, you've got to, there is a hope here this price will just collapse here. But again, I mean, it's really difficult to be confident unless we have all the support level here. So be very careful selling into this support. So really difficult if you're a bear right now on crude. If you're a bull right now, we have two potential turning points here. We have one at the channel low, and then of course we have another down around this overshoot support, measured move support. So that's going to be where you're going to get your best opportunities. Clearly, if I had to choose right now, I would choose to buy this 59.50 area, this overshoot and measured move support. That would be the tastiest area of support, because now we have a channel break. The late adopters would try to run this thing back to the highs here again. So you get a lot of profit built into it if you can get into it down around 59.50. And of course, we're always going to wait for the trigger, right? I'm not just guessing here. We're not going to blindly buy this area. We're going to wait for the proper entry trigger, which I'll teach you guys here as a student at School of Trade. One of the things, though, that I'm looking for tomorrow is I will be watching this area. If we do hold this area, then we can proceed to buy those dips on the way higher here, right? And of course, I've got some great targets waiting for you guys tomorrow morning, as well as the swing levels and the channel highs. So pretty much as we go higher, you've got target, target, target. Obviously, we'll use the top of that channel again as a good target as well, if we can be so lucky to get that move to go all the way up tomorrow in tomorrow's session. We'll touch base on that tomorrow. But again, be aware, though, that overshoot of that high definitely tells me look for a clear trigger. Okay, so your aggressive reversal patterns here, probably not going to be the right idea. I'm going to wait for that to make the move, and then we'll buy those dips right after we see the move here. As we go lower, though, then we can be more aggressive, though, as we start getting down to that measured move support, right, and the overshoot support. So buyers, you've got two spots I'm watching right now, at that channel low and at the overshoot and measured move support area, just about 75 cents lower than that. Sellers, just as we said pretty much the whole newsletter tonight, be careful if you're a seller right now across the board. I will tell you right now, though, crude oil probably has the easiest opportunity right now to be short because you've got some room to go. So as you're going lower, use those red boxes and resistance levels overhead to look for your best selling opportunities. That does it for me here this evening, boys and girls. Glad to be back. Thanks for your patience waiting for me here tonight. I missed you guys last night. Glad to be back healthy again, though, in tonight's newsletter. As you can tell, I haven't missed a beat. But again, want to remind you guys, make sure you're watching the video on our trading blog. You can always go ahead and download today's charts, grab your free pass, register for that newsletter mailing list. And if you want to see more about what it means to be a member here at School of Trade, we have a great free trial here at schooloftrade.com. Head over to schooloftrade.com, grab your free trial. Make sure you check your inbox. I'm going to send you a verification email to make sure we give you guys all access to our course materials. And while you're here, you can learn more about beginner, intermediate, and advanced level memberships. And of course, we always have someone standing by 24/7 to help you guys out and answer your questions. Guys, my name is Joseph. Hope you had a great holiday, the Cinco de Mayo holiday. Hope you guys had a great holiday. Hope you're doing well this week with us. Come out and see me tomorrow. I'll open up my trade room at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. And if not, I'll be back here, same time, same place, for 8 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow night on my nightly newsletter. Don't forget to tell a friend. Don't forget to be well and be nice to each other. I'll see you guys in the mañana. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye for now.